Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. You look at Lamb, he's hanging towards the back of the pack in the early goings. But there's still time left for him to have a breakout performance.
And he may not be a standout in this rookie class, but he's made important contributions.
Well, the way I see it, we still have a long way to go. He's building the foundation. As the game continues to slow down for him, I think we'll see a whole different player by the end of the year.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. And for Philadelphia, they've got Andre Drummond. He's out there with Joel Embiid. George out there with Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. And when it comes to establishing rotations at this stage, Stan, what's something you're zeroing in on?
Well, you're just trying to figure out which lineups work the best together and trying to develop not necessarily a starting lineup, but a rotation that works for you, and especially trying to determine what's your closing lineup. When it's on the line, who do you want to go to?
So it's Orlando now, after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's Lamb. Drummond grabs the miss. Now Philadelphia with it. Here's Grimes. Here's Embiid. Up and in on the layup.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Just about a minute into this first quarter. Blocked! Now Maxey. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to George. Screen by Embiid. The 3. The shot that time not on target.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
From outside the arc. Orlando again missing. The 76ers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Basket's good.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Outside Lamb. Three-pointer. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
To halt the run. Drops in the 3.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
And Maxey, here we go. Off target at the rim.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Magic trail by 6. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Fires it. Shot clock at 6. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
The shot won't fall. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And the first shot of the night for him. Missing. The Sixers lead by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Maxey surveys. The three, George knocks it down from distance. George has got 6.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Six to shoot. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose the rebounding battle.
And it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando.
Well, you can't say enough about what he did on defense. 3 blocks and made those shooters very uncomfortable.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now Lamb. Inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now here's Embiid. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Magic trail by 9. Outside Lamb. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
The kick out to Maxey from behind the arc. The shot no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And the Magic making a change here. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the 76ers. They're in a solid spot right now, 5th place. And, of course, the Magic pretty far behind right now.
Checking out Philadelphia, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
From downtown, the rebound by Maxey.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pass to George. Launches it. Lamb grabs the miss. Magic trail by 9. Ooh, nice D from George.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Embiid. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Embiid's got 6. Orlando has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Lets a floater go. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Orlando shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
At the line for the match, Lamb, 2 shots.
That's good from Lamb. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges. Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big 3, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Now here's Maxey. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. Fires from the line. That one no good.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Now here's Lamb. Coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 9.
And with great length and explosiveness, Drummond's ability to clean up the glass is second to none.
The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. He's got 6.
Just 2 for 8 shooting early on. Maybe that hoop will help build some momentum.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Here's Yabusele to the wing, right side. George outside. And it's Orlando with a rebound. They push it up 4 on 3. Maxey against Lamb. That one falls. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
George outside from deep. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
With an efficient jump shot and limitless confidence, man. I'll tell you what, George is a threat from just about anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Lamb. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Maxey on the money from 12 feet away. And it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
And that's a tough shot to defend when Maxey pops up out of nowhere.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Here's McCain. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Here's Yabusele. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. No good on the triple. Magic trail by 9. To the inside. And it's Bona with a rebound. Right side, Edwards. Pass to McCain. A minute 37 left in the first quarter here. Outside Maxey. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Here's Lamb. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. Orlando, number 1.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
That free throw, no good. And the only question for the Magic, figuring out who will initiate the offense, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they have great players who can finish plays, but the issue they ran into last playoffs was finding someone to set them up. That's something you know they need to address.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Butler comes in for Maxey. And the second free throw is good. Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
Lowry, he's checked in for Butler. Orlando with the ball, trailing by 10. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Lowry. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Embiid. He's closely guarded. Count that one. Embiid's got 8.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
To the right side, puts up a 3. That shot off the mark. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Philadelphia on top, up by 12. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4. The Sixers lead by 10. Here's McCain. Still no points. Screen by Embiid. The three-pointer off the mark. And Orlando shooting poorly. Just 29% from the floor in this game. To the wing on the left. Ball stolen. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Edwards. Takes a 3. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. Edwards got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
The 3. Offensive board. Pass to Embiid. Another shot. And it's Orlando with a rebound. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. No coverage that time. Walker with it. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's McCain. Fires from deep. Misses again. Now 0 for 3. Magic trail by 10. Out to the right wing. Oh, they get a hand on it. Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. And it's Walker. That time on the assist by Edwards. And the 76ers lead by 12. The Magic have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Embiid. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Here's McCain. Counted from distance.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Drummond's checked in for the Sixers. Grimes comes in for Walker. And a change for the Magic. Harrison's checked in. Magic trail by 15. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. His first shot coming late. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside Edwards. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Harrison. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. For 3. He drops it from range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Embiid. Here's McCain. Here's Grimes. Yet to see a basket. Embiid can't hit. He shoots a 3. Edwards pulls it in. Philadelphia leading by 12. Pass to Grimes. Back to Edwards. Drummond with the screen. Lets the 3 fly. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards got his second basket on the night.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
There's a screen. Launches a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to McCain. Drummond with the ball. Here's McCain. 4-3. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards, no good. Here's Harrison.
for a cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's McCain, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Embiid drawing the double team. No, he's now 4 for 8 shooting. Magic trail by 15. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Orlando again missing. Well, the 76ers shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Drummond. Here's Grimes. Here's the three. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Orlando's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. This Magic squad, Stan, has a great young core. What do you think they have to do now to take that next step?
Well, Brian, they do. They have great depth and a lot of good young players, but they need more shooting around their core guys, and they've got to improve their backcourt position. Their front court is loaded. They've got to get a little bit more balance.
Embiid can't hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
To the middle. They still need this. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Embiid. And here's Drummond. Here's McCain. Back to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Edwards. Here's Harrison. No points yet. The fader uses the glass to drop it in.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic. But it's got to be the names out there that people know.
A line change here for Orlando. Pass to Drummond. Here's Yabusele. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. There's the triple. Can't get it to drop. Magic trail by 18. Outside Lamb. Outside Lamb. Clock at 6. The three is up. Rebound by Philadelphia. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Pass to Drummond. Back to Maxey. Over Lamb. And it's Maxey missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Lamb for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. The Sixers lead by 18. Here's Yabusele. Now Drummond. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Buries it from 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Back to Lamb. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
for the Magic. Lamb taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. The Sixers lead by 20.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Drummond. Here's Yabusele. Here's Grimes. Shot clock at 5. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Grimes has got 5 points in the quarter. Orlando shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Back to Lamb. It's Lamb on the wing. Clock at 4. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Here's Yabusele. Pass to George. The offensive rebound. Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
Here's the pick. Fires for 3. Gets it to go. 3 makes 9 attempts.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Maxey passes to Grimes. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Magic. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, you know when your percentage from the field is in the low 30s, that means the game is not going your way.
Watching the film, guys, they were poor offensively. I expect much better execution tonight.
Left side Lamb. The putback. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance thus far. What have you liked about it?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me if I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim. I thought we did great.
Thanks, Joel. Guys?
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Orlando Magic.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, it should reveal a lot about themselves, where they are currently, and where they need to improve.
And if they were to somehow win this, that would speak volumes as well. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's Lamb. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Lamb, that's good.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Lamb against Maxey. For three, George. They get the rebound. Goes back up. They shoot again. And Embiid with the lay-in. Embiid's got 12.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Here's Grimes. He's got 5. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer. His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
They set the pick, fires the 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
Outside Lamb. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Oh, he tries a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Maxey finds Drummond. Outside Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Drops in the layup for 2. He has 7.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
You take a look at Maxey. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Now here's Drummond. They get it back. The kick out to Maxey. Three-pointer. Drummond passes to George. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Drummond's got 3 assists tonight.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Will it go? Drains the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Orlando is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Lamb. And he can't bank that one in. And Maxi's got the ball here for Philadelphia. For 3, George gets the 3 to fall. George has got 24.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Lamb passes to Lamb. Tries to break his ice. And he sinks the layup. He's got 11.
A coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's his first personal.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Maxey passes to Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screen by Embiid. Beyond the arc. With the clock winding down. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Yeah, Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Back to Lamb. There's a screen. Pulls up. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
The Magic have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. The shot comes out, and George with some nice D. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 19-7 run. Top of the key. No good there. Orlando is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Lamb. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here. Lamb hits them both. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous. Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
To the paint. Stolen by Drummond. For three, Maxey. Tries again. Offensive rebound. Pass to Drummond. Lets it go from deep. Orlando with the rebound. Lamb's got 4 rebounds in the game. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. In for the Magic. Number 35. Charles, number 35.
Driving to the basket. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to put one up here. This one for 3. Joel Embiid with the board. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Over to the left wing. Drummond with the screen. Knocked loose. Lamb against Drummond. Right side Lamb. Lamb, a screen on Maxey. That three's off the mark.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pass to Lamb. Out left to the wing. To in the cold spell. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's... And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Drummond passes to Grimes. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Drummond's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pass to Lamb. Lamb, a screen on Maxey. The 3-ball. Drummond grabs the miss.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Down low. That's good from Embiid on the assist by Drummond. Drummond's got 5 assists tonight.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around. Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Pass to Lamb. A minute 22 left to play in the third. To end the run. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside Maxey. Here's McCain. Takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range. McCain's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Orlando with the ball. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Philadelphia McCain.
And the 76ers with some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Gordon in for Tyrese Maxey. Orlando making a switch here. .46 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. 6 to shoot to the left wing. There's Howard with the three. Joel Embiid with the board. They're ready to keep this run rolling.
Hey, it's been a pretty good one.
Another three for Philadelphia.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Howard. They set the pick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Howard's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Edwards for three. Here's Embiid. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be back in a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Here's McCain. Lays it up and banks it in.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
And that one good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Magic shooting poorly. Just 29% from the floor in this game. Over to the wing. To the inside. Shoots. The layup off target. The 76ers shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. To the paint. Yabusele. Off with the layup. And here are the Magic now. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Pass to Edwards. From deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
The Magic have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Now here's Butler. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Edwards can't hit. Edwards has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Misses from short range. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to McCain. Here's Bona. Here he goes. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Harrison, guarded by Edwards. To the middle to get back on track. He gets it in there.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence given the size of the disadvantage there.
Yeah, a skilled player can work around the mismatch. He's used to dealing with larger guys.
Here's McCain. The Magic making their last shot. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Magic have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And they'll get another chance. Inside, here's Harrison. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Harrison's got his first basket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's McCain. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Here's McCain. Outside Butler. Fires from the wing. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Harrison. And it's blocked by Butler. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. Kyle Lowry's checked in for the Sixers. Lamb's checked in for Orlando. Off the inbound, no good. The 76ers have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Stolen by Lamb. It's 2-on-1. Pushing it up now. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Elbow. 2.
And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, B.A. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
That one's off. The Magic making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Here's McCain. And he drops it in from the low post. McCain's got 19 points.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Lowry against Lamb. Five to shoot from the arc. Offensive rebound. Count it. Good.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's McCain. Pass to Lowry. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Here's McCain. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCain's got 12 now in this quarter.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Now here's Lamb. To the left side wing. 19-footer. And it's Bona with a rebound. Philadelphia has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
Well, Lowry is a veteran playmaker. He's going to spot those openings on the floor.
So it's Orlando now. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Uncovered. The shot misses. And it's Lowry with the ball for Philadelphia. Here's McCain. Pass to Edwards. Here's McCain. This one for 3. And Kyle Lowry gets the 3. Lowry's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Here's McCain. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, McCain taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And the 76ers making a change here. Butler's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Lamb's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Back to Lamb. Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A. And the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
Here's McCain. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first.
Man, good whistle there.
Second team foul. At the line for 2, McCain.
First one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
Outside Lamb. To stop the run. Fires in the triple.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Philadelphia's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Here's McCain. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
Now here's Lamb. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with the 3.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
That one goes. Count it.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Joel Embiid.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Now here's Lamb. Here's the lob, and it's blocked by Butler. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Gordon, he's checked in for Butler.
Now into the lineup for your 76ers. Number 23, Eric Gordon.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's McCain. Oh, sweet move. And the layup is good.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Outside Lamb. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Joel, we've heard critics in the past question your level of conditioning. How do you answer those critics?
You know, I'm just going to keep on doing what I've been doing this year, and I've been healthy, and I haven't been injured, and I'm going to try to keep that. I'm trying to keep that way. So
we'll stay locked in and wishing you the best health. Thanks, Joel.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's reveal our player of the game, Joel Embiid.